has the demand for flexibility, like in terms of location, hour, and contract, evolved since you started job gather?
So the demand for flexibility is growing every day. Is growing. I always say I don't think COVID actually changed things, but I think COVID accelerated this change. Without COVID, maybe this rise of flexible and remote work would have happened maybe in 20 years or in 30 years. With COVID, it just accelerated it. And for many years, and I always take my example, for 10 years, I was doing an hour and a half on the tube every day to go to work. I had to wear a suit and a tie, and I had to be in the office by 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. just to make phone calls. And I never thought it was stupid to be in an office to make phone calls where I could have made this phone call from my home. But that's what everyone was doing. Everyone was going to an office. That's how it was. COVID made us realize that another way of working is possible. And of course, if you work in an hotel, in a restaurant, of course, you have to be on site, of course. But for many roles, and I'm talking about white collar positions, sales, tech, marketing, finance, product, etc. The job, what do you need to work? You need a laptop and you need internet. Today, everyone has a laptop at home, and everyone, or almost everyone now, is getting internet at home, okay, or at least in a co-working. So people realize a different way of working is possible, and now they're like, why do I have to come back to an office 5 days a week where I can do the same job from home or from wherever I want? Could be a cafe, could be a co-working, could be your parents' place, whatever. I can do the same work, but I'm not going to waste 2 hours per day commuting. I will have time to take my kids to school. I can go to the gym at lunchtime. I can cook food, and I don't have to just go to like a bad place to eat like a sandwich. So people are demanding more flexibility. I'm not saying everyone wants full remote work, because I don't think it's for everyone, but people want flexibility. And companies, yes, we saw the trend after, like from 2022, that companies try to get people back to the office. I think there are many reasons to that, and I can come back to that later. But people are like, I don't want to come back. I've actually moved house. I'm not living close to the office anymore. I'm like in a different city. And now we end a bit in this, way, conflict between companies wanted people to be in the office and people like you and me, just wanted flexibility. I think candidates have the power because companies need to hire. If the candidates don't want to go back to the office, the companies will have to be more flexible. It will take time because remote work doesn't affect just the way we work. It actually affects the way we live. So it will take time, but we are really going towards a much more flexible work, like, the way we work. And I think it's an amazing thing because we're going to have more time to spend with our kids, with our wives or husbands, with our family. Some people have to take care of their parents. So remote work is really allowing that. And the next point is, and for me, another benefit of remote work is, for many, many years, if you wanted to have a good career, if you wanted to have a good salary, you had to move to the big cities, to San Francisco, to Paris, to New York, to this big city. Today, you can live in the countryside if you want to and have access to these roles in these big firms. So I really think remote work will allow a better distribution of wealth across the world. And I think it's a really good news.